Hi everyone, thank you for joining me on the first day of which is now I guess a 30 days drawing challenge. I figured since there's 30 more days left in January, I might as well fill those with one of those draw in 30 days challenges you see on Instagram or YouTube or wherever, and let's get started. And the first day that is suggested is to draw a sphere cut in half, and considering I can't even draw circles freehand without sketching over it again and again and readjusting, I figured this would be a good place to start. And today I'm actually drawing on a tablet with a stylus using Krita or Krita. I'm not really sure how you say it, but it's Krita. And still getting used to it. It's pretty clunky at the moment, but I suppose most things are until you get used to them. And as you can clearly see, I'm not the best at drawing circles, so I'm going to keep on redrawing these, and hopefully some of them actually work out and we can actually make them look 3D by cutting them in half, and that will add some depth, I hope. And although I drew this a while ago, I'm actually just voice recording over it now while I walk my dog, so if you can hear any wind or cars, that's why. And now that I've botched those first set of circles, I'll attempt to use a different kind of brush and do it again in one quick swoop. I've heard that drawing circles is all in the wrist, so I'm not going to try and move my hand too much and just kind of move my entire arm around. And some of these are pretty terrible, but I think I can work with some of them, so let's take it from there. And I'm actually happy with a few of these, and every single time you see me randomly draw a line through the page, that's because my palm is accidentally touching the screen instead of my pen, and I guess that shows how new I am to drawing with digital art. So I suppose this is how you give depth to circles, determine the spheres, and I've seen it somewhere that you have to really angle it at the edge of your line to actually give it the correct amount of depth, but let's just stick with this for now. And as you can see, I didn't do the line correct the first time, so I am just sketching over it again and again, and it just ends up looking really messy. And I mean, since when is the first attempt going to be successful? But I've got 3 more circles to work with, and I think this one is a lot better. And I just had more of a relaxed hand when I did this. You can probably tell by how light the pen stroke is. But again, I'm lacking the confidence, so I'm going over it again. But it still looks better than before. And the line that should be on the other side of the sphere, I'm going to just do a dotted line, so it seems like it's behind. Maybe that'll give a better impression of a 3D shape. I'm just correcting the actual shape of the circle itself, and honestly I think this one looks a lot better than the first one. So through these exercises I'm already seeing progress. You can still see my lack of confidence with the sketching, but as I do this every day, I think that will improve, and hopefully you can tell me if that's the case. Now, I don't remember what the second day of this is, but I can only hope that it has small incremental jumps of difficulty, because if tomorrow I suddenly have to draw something a lot more intricate, I think I'm going to struggle. and I know it's not part of the exercise, but I'm going to attempt to do this cutting in half on 2 planes instead of just one. So upwards, like so, but also across, and hopefully that will make it seem even more three-dimensional. But I think it's looking pretty good so far, and I'm curious if I practice using a tablet, will this transfer to actually drawing with a pencil and paper? But I'm hoping to give that a go, and if that's the case, I mean, I enjoy drawing on a tablet more. It's easier to correct your mistakes, but I think that looks pretty good. Certainly better than the first one. And now I'm going to attempt to add some colour to it, and I'm not exactly very good at this in terms of how opaque something is, different strengths of colour. I don't know colour theory at all, so I'm not sure what those 3 lines underneath that circle is. I think one of them is hue. I'm hoping that's a later further on, but I'm going to attempt to shade these in to show some separation and try and get a bit more out of this exercise. And I know I've just been talking a bit non-stop on this, but I'm still not very used to talking in my videos. It's not exactly edited, and I'm just rambling on and hoping it's not too boring. And I know I've been saying a lot, but that will come with practice, I think. As always, feel free to let me know what I can do better. I'm very early into doing this, and I'm happy to take as much advice as possible, because I feel like all of you who are watching are going to be able to teach me a lot better than me just reading guides online, because you've already lived it, you've learned through it. And I know everyone's drawing style is different, but I'm hoping I can take some inspiration from you and find my own style, which I haven't yet. And when I do, things won't be mistakes, they'll just be my style. And once you find a style, I guess you stick with it. Ultimately, I'd like to draw portraits, faces, form, different body structures, I guess. But I've tried that in the past, and it went very, very badly. So it'll all be in the practice. And is it worth buying a book on how to draw, or do people just look online these days? I can't exactly go to art school anymore. I really don't have the time for that. But that's probably the best way. I always thought of art school as a necessary before, but as I've been attempting to do this for the past year, I've realised how necessary it is. And it's frustrating because when I was in school originally, I actually did take art GCSE, but they taught me nothing at all. And I suppose that's the end of the video. So I hope you learned something. I certainly did. I'm planning on doing these for the next 30 days, and hopefully the YouTube algorithm agrees with it. So thank you for watching, and yeah, let me know what you think. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.